Hi everyone, I hope you are having a pleasant week. For today's video, I am going to do a perfume haul of my perfume collection. So, for today, we are going to first cover some perfumes I finished in my collection, and then we're going to talk about all the perfumes I'm still using or I'm planning on using. And these were either perfumes I purchased with my own money prior to starting my channel, or they were gifted to me by family and friends. So I had an interesting takes on some of them because some of the perfumes were not ones I would normally buy for myself, but I did enjoy all of the perfumes in my collection. And for the ones that have very eccentric or unique bottle designs, I tend to keep them and display them. So I am like a perfume collector. Alright, let me organize them a bit and we can get started. The first perfume I'm showing is Britney Spears Fantasy. Now this perfume has actually been on the market for many years at this point, and some people are critical about celebrity scents, but as long as the perfume smells good, I'm not so picky. And I do like sweet, gourmand scents, so this was like right up my alley. So I'm going to read to you the notes. The top notes for Fantasy is red lychee, golden queens, and exotic kiwi. The middle notes were cupcake accord, jasmine petals, and white chocolate orchid. And the base notes was a creamy musk, orris root, and quote-unquote sensual woods. I'm not sure what sensual woods is, but I'm assuming it's a type of sandalwood, because that's what it smells like after the letdown. But I could be wrong. So the scent is mostly a sweet and floral scent, and I used it mostly as an everyday perfume, and I do think it is a perfume that's good as far as seasons go. It's good for the spring and the summer. It doesn't give me a winter vibe at all. It's very sugary, so it's more sweet than floral, but you do get like a slight whiff of flowers in the background. A lot of the sweet scents sort of blend into each other very well. So it's almost, when you put it on you, it almost smells like a batter of different sweets that just like nicely blended into each other. I definitely recommend it as a everyday perfume, or just for, going to parties. I liked it. So when I was still using this perfume, the perfume color was a light pink. This is Burberry Her. It was gifted to me by a friend, and normally I don't use this type of scent. It is a gourmand scent, but it has more of smell, and it's like a very mature perfume. Normally I don't use these types for myself, but when I tried it on, I did like how it smelled, so I kept it. The notes for this one is red and dark berry and white wood accord. When I tried it on myself, it reminded me of a red wine with black licorice smell. They did mention red and dark berries in the notes, but it's not like a sweet berry, it's like a very bitter berry. So, when it settles down afterwards on my skin, it smells like a slightly sour berry, but with like wood in the background, a slight woody smell. It is a strong scent, and I used it more for occasions. If I was going to like an event for work or a party, it's definitely a more, it doesn't seem so because of the packaging is so minimalist, but it's like a rather mature, sultry scent that I personally think is more suited for like events than for work. But of course you can use it for work as well. I just thought it was like, I don't know, a little heavy on me. This one is Sui Fantasia Mermaid. I don't know if you're able to see all the details, but it has a mermaid, and she's holding a seahorse. And here you can see the back of the design. It's very pretty. side, the green glass was even more prominent. So I like the design of this. They made this like a vase, and then the cover is a flower. I think it's supposed to mimic a gardenia. This one has no food or sweet scents to it at all, so it's not a gourmand. It is 100% floral, and the top notes are lily of the valley and green leaves. The middle notes are gardenia, peony, and orchid, and the base notes are musk and carnation. And this scent, honestly, I think is best suited for spring and summer. It's just like a very old school floral scent, but it's a rather moderate perfume. I don't find it smells like very, very floral-like, but it's not like heavy, so you're like suffocating. It's a nice scent. So when I applied it on my skin, I know most of the perfume is supposed to mimic gardenia to some degree, but even though none of the notes mentioned it, like, I guess psychologically, my brain was interpreting some of the scent as jasmine. I'm not sure if there was any jasmine in the perfume or not, but that's how it smelled like when I placed it on my skin. You do not smell most of the notes. It just when it has to let down, it just smells like gardenia, and that's it. But it lasted on me like for a couple of hours. And there is like a very, very slight powdery smell in the background, but it's not overbearing in any way. I personally really liked this one, and I was using it as a daily perfume. So, this perfume is Christian Siriano Silhouette in Blue. This one I didn't buy. A relative gifted it to me. I thought the design on the glass was very unique. I like how it curves all throughout the bottle. So this one had like a fresh floral scent, and I'll read the notes to you. It had jasmine petals, rose bulgar, Indian jasmine sambac, and then the base notes were benzene. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Patchouli and sensual woods. And it's a good perfume. When I use it on myself, I smell the roses, and I do smell some of the jasmine. You get like the fresh scent when it's like letting down a little bit, and it was like an elegant, airy perfume for outdoors. So I primarily recommend this one for the summertime. So this one is from a brand called Lollia. It's their perfume called Relax, and it says lavender and honey. So like the name suggests, this Alright, this is another perfume from Lollia. It is called Imagine, and it says flowering willow and lotus. The best way I could describe this one is a very wet floral, which is unique. Not many perfumes are able to imitate a wet floral. So it does say there's some gourmand scent to it too, but when I apply it on myself, I don't smell it too much. The notes are flowering willow and lotus, orchid, rice flower, coconut milk, dewdrop notes of mandarin and jasmine petals. And you can see back here, most of it is clear, but in the back there's a bird. It's a very pretty design. So the perfume kind of makes the back design larger. It gives me a very tropical vibe, and when I apply it on myself, I do smell wet flowers with like some coconut flavor. It's very whimsical and stays on quite a while, and it's a really, really nice kind of tropical. Not exactly tropical, but more of a summertime scent for sure. So I like this one, and the prior one I showed, lavender and honey. This one is a gourmand. It's rose chocolat perfume, and it's I found it at Urban Outfitters. I think it's their in-house perfume, and this is one of the very few perfumes I found that was able to imitate chocolate really, really well. I'm going to read the notes. It's cocoa blossom, pink musk, and creamy sandalwood. Some perfumes try to imitate a scent, but it's like close but misses the mark. This one really smells like a sweet dessert, and it has like a type of like, it smells more like milk chocolate than like a dark chocolate. It does have like a rather sweet scent when I spray it on myself. I like it. I like this one as an everyday scent. I have been using it daily, but it's one of the newer ones in my collection, so I had other ones I was prioritizing more. I like it. I recommend this. This is a very small perfume bottle compared to the other ones I had, but it has like a ombre color to it. It's more pronounced in its sister perfume. I'll show you in a second. But this is Pacifica's Flower Moon, jasmine, peach, and vanilla. There's a few more notes not listed, so I'll read that to you in a second. that's just how it smells when it's applied on me. It's a heavy floral scent, but the perfume is actually not heavy, so it's hard to explain. But I think it's just because I'm constantly comparing it to the other Pacifica perfume, which is a little lighter. But this is more of a slightly like mature scent. It's sweet in it, but not really. I'll read the notes for you. The top notes were lily of the valley, bergamot, and lemon. The middle notes were jasmine, rose, blackcurrant, peach, and greens. I'm not sure what greens consist of, it doesn't say. And the base notes are ackee, gallowwood, and musk. So it's a very fresh and outdoor scent. You do smell the jasmine with this one, and there is a lot of notes, but the freshness takes over. The freshness takes over primarily when I'm using it. It does last quite a few hours on me, and I think I might have used half of the bottle already. So this was like a nice jasmine perfume, which again is surprising. You would think if you see something with cute packaging, it would be more of like a typical gourmand scent like vanilla or whatever, but not in this case. This purchase was from a couple of months ago. I was on the lookout for a cherry perfume because some brands will have perfumes with cherry notes, but it's a bitter cherry. It's not sweet, and I wanted something more similar to a sweet cherry. And then I found this in a TJ Maxx of all places, and I tried it on, and I fell in love with it. This is from a brand called Bijou, Sucré, Candied cherry. It's an unusual brand because when I looked it up online, it looks like the main company is a company called Palm Beach, but they don't sell online. At least I haven't found any stores to like officially carry this. Instead, they kind of distribute and market to certain stores, and some stores will carry their perfumes. But I don't know. I hadn't searched for them in a while, so maybe you can find them more easily now. It is a gourmand scent. It's a sweet, fruity scent. I'm just gonna... Yeah, it's definitely a sweet cherry. I also like cherry blossom, but I haven't been on the lookout for cherry blossom in a while. I'm kind of like satisfied with this for now, so maybe in the future I'll get one. The top notes are cherry, red fruits, and almond. The middle notes are rose and jasmine. The bottom notes, base notes are musk, vanilla, moss, sandalwood, and tonka. When I smell it, the primary sense I smell is the cherry. It smells exactly like sweet cherries. So I was very, very excited to find this, and it lasted on me quite a while. Definitely a nice summer scent, and I really, really loved it. So I was using it as a daily perfume, but I switch around often, so I took a bit of a break from using it. But I like the packaging, and I like how they designed it, and the scent is like on point, sweet cherry. summer garden, you know. So this is the Flower Nose Midsummer Fantasy. I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but the perfume is here, and the glass kind of creates a sort of glossy look to the perfume. It's the top notes are yuzu. I'll just put this back here. The top notes are yuzu, grapefruit, mandarin, and pink peppercorn. The middle notes are watery, thyme, nutmeg, and the base is called ambergris and musk vetiver. When I put it on myself, it smells more prominently citrus on me, with little notes of floral, and it does give very much a summertime impression. The perfume, I think, has some light glitter on it. I'm gonna spray it on my arm to show you. It's not very prominent. It's very, very light. A very light shimmer glitter. It's not like in your face. Like, I think you can see it now a little bit. But this is like a really nice perfume to use for parties and events. And I think it's so sweet that it's able to give like a shimmer effect, because only a few perfume brands I know do that. I kind of like it. It does last quite a while on me, so it's actually good for summertime trips, for parties, festivals, hangout days. So I intend to use it a lot. This is another perfume from the same brand, Flower Nose, but this is from their Moonlight Mermaid line. And yes, it was an impulse buy. I did see a few more perfumes they made that I plan to get down the line. I just really like their packaging, and none of their perfumes were misses for me so far. I liked all of the ones I tried out. So for this one, this is called Luna Goddess Tree, and the scent is like a citrus, floral, fresh scent. The top notes are lemon peel and mint bergamot, and tangerine. The middle notes are moss, spring tea, cedarwood, moss, tea, and cedar, and the bottom notes are sandalwood, musk, and coriander, sandalwood, and musk. This is good for the spring or the summertime. It's a little heavier than the Midsummer perfume I showed. It's not so much a fresh scent. It has sort of like a myself. It reminds me a little of a musk or woody perfume, and then mixed with the florals. For me, I feel it works good more as an evening perfume than a daytime perfume. I really love it, and I didn't use too much of it yet, but I do plan on using it, of course. So I really think this brand knows what they're doing with perfumes. They did a good job. So this was another Anna Sui perfume I purchased. Oh, this one is a it's a toilette. It's not a perfume or parfum or whatever. So the toilettes typically last a little shorter than regular perfumes. Not all the time, but usually. So this one is called Sundae Pretty Pink. It's very much a summertime scent. You got the impression this might be ice cream. It's more of a sorbet scent. So it's gourmand, and it's a citrus fruity scent. I love the cherry. So I'm gonna read the top notes. It has pink pomelo, mandarin, fresh basil. The middle notes are plum blossom, bellini accord, blue cyclamen, and the base notes are crystallized musk, palisandre woods, and crisp amber. The perfume, it does not smell creamy. So even though it might look that way based on the packaging, it's very, very much a citrus scent. And it is sweet, but the prominent notes are citrus and sweet notes. Like a slightly sour lemon sorbet. And I love it. It's primarily a summer scent. So, continuing on, we're going to have a mixture of perfumes that I opened already and some of the ones that I sampled but haven't used yet. So this one, I bought it myself because I sampled it at a beauty store, and I really fell in love with this scent. This is the 212 VIP by Herrera. The bottle, it looks like this. It's gold color. So when you open it, you can kind of see the glass and the perfume inside. It has a bit of an orangey tint to it. So this perfume is supposed to be ambery floral scent, and the top notes they wrote were rum, passion fruit, and bergamot. The middle notes were gardenia and rum accord, and the base notes was benzene, I'm not sure how to pronounce, and musk. So this one, I used once or twice for parties. It's a very, very nice floral perfume. musk smell, but it's mixed with like fresh florals, so it's kind of like modern and chic. It's very nice, and when I finish it, this might be like a perfume I'll buy again, just because of how much I like the scent. Hold on. Yeah, it still smells as good as when I sampled it in the store. I really like this one. If you like to try florals but you're hesitant, this one is pretty, the way they designed it and the way they made I don't know, the recipe. It's pretty modern. So like, the scent is good. So, I think as far as gourmand and floral scents goes, Nest has slowly became like one of my top favorites. I bought this perfume, the Lychee Rose, on a sample size a few months ago, and I fell in love so much with it that I bought the full size. Alright. I didn't really use this one yet, so I'm not gonna spray it for now, but I will show you the bottle. So that's another thing I like from Nest. Almost all of their perfume bottles are designed in a similar way. It has a very nice black background in the backside, and depending on the scent, it's gonna have different florals on top of a black background, so it just makes it like very elegant when you're looking at it. So I've had Lychee Rose desserts in the past, which is like one of my favorite flavors. So I was looking for something that smelled like what I ate previously. This is like a one-for-one match. I love it so much. So for this perfume, it's definitely like a gourmand, fruity, slightly floral perfume. The notes that were listed was rose absolute, lychee, effervescent pink champagne, and a hint of raspberry. The main note is lychee when I put it on myself, and I could smell the lychee very well. They did a good job with this. It's a sweet gourmand, so if you like sweets, this is a good perfume. It does have a scent of like florals when it's on the let down, but the prominent note is the lychee, and it's a moderate perfume. I used it once for an event, and when I woke up the next day, I still smelled the scent on me. So it's a good scent. It is powerful in the sense that it's long lasting, but personally I do not find it as an overbearing scent. It was very pleasant to smell for like several hours. So if you are looking for a brand that does good long lasting perfume, I've had good experiences with Nest. Okay, so this sensory explorations of places and emotions. So that's what it says. I'm gonna open it now. I did sample it before I purchased it because I found it at a Francesca's. So I know how it smells like. So the packaging is a bit more on the minimalist side. It's just a square glass bottle, and you see they put like a perfume brand like in a slightly ombre color around the glass. Okay, reminds me a little bit of an old apothecary. I'm gonna spray this one. Just I want to smell it. Okay, yeah, I remember this. So, the scent. So they listed a lot of things for this scent. I'm just going to read you what was on the notes. So they said for the top notes, they put crisp apple, sweet orange, lemon zest, watery greens, and rose water. The middle notes are bamboo leaf, white jasmine, pink lily, lotus, and peony petals. The bottom notes are sandalwood, sage, oak moss, amber, and sheer musks. So this, I think, is a scent people that like outdoor scents would like. It does have like a watery herbal scent when you spray it on, and there is some slight florals to it, but you definitely smell the herbs when you spray it. It's not spicy herbs, it's more like the herbs you can imagine for a tea, or maybe cooking seafood with. But I like it. I don't really, so like in some of their perfumes you can really smell the sandalwood or the musk. I don't smell it too much with this one. I definitely smell the watery smell more, and it's like a mixture of the herbs and the florals that's like prominent on me. So this is a good one for more like outdoorsy types where you're looking for like a nature scent. So this perfume is Chance by Chanel. This is my first Chanel perfume. think this whole thing is mostly silver. So I think this is a gold tint, but this is mostly silver. They kept the design of the package more on the minimalist end. So it just has that modern, chic, like, elegant look. I haven't really used it yet, as you can probably tell, but I do like it because I like floral perfumes. The notes on it are jasmine, absolute, rose essence, grapefruit, quince, rose accord, and white musk. When I used it, it was very light and airy on me, and it was like a fresh scent with florals. So it's a very nice spring or a summertime perfume. Of course you can use it any season, but when I smell it, it reminds me more of the spring or early summer seasons. It has a slight citrus smell on me. I think that's from the grapefruit. So it comes off as like fresh florals with a slight citrus tinge when I use it on myself. So it's definitely like a fun daytime perfume. So I really bought this one as an impulse buy. The packaging has seen better days. Some glue residue got on it, but I didn't buy it like this. It's because of my storage. This is LoveShackFancy Moondance. It says a heart that's as big as it is wild, last to leave the dance floor. Moondance is an indulgent velvet rose with ethereal dreamwood and whispers of magnolia. Forever fancy with a joie de vivre. Oh, I can't pronounce French for my life. That makes every moment unforgettable. So, I'm gonna show you exactly why I bought it, and because it was an impulse buy, but I did check the notes before I purchased it, because I was familiar with some of the notes. So it was a low-risk impulse buy. I was pretty sure I was gonna like it before I purchased it. So the perfume bottle looks like this. I thought it was so pretty. So this is their Moondance perfume, and they have other scents too. The lid is a giant bow. I thought it was so adorable. Gives me a bit of a shabby chic vibe. Or like a princess core or a kawaii style. Very elegant. So the notes for this one is velvet rose, centifola, pink rhubarb, oak moss, magnolia, and dreamy sandalwood. And it's, as far as scent, it's a warm floral and a type of like powdery musk smell. There is no alcohol smell when I sprayed it on me. It's very warm and light. I smelled the sandalwood first, and then I smelled the florals after when I applied it on my skin. But I think some people get a little scared to buy things with a lot of musk or sandalwood because then it has a bit of a powdery smell, which is more associated to like perfume older people wear. But I didn't get that sense at all when I was wearing Moondance, because I did try it about 2 times. It is a very like youthful scent, and I feel like any age can use it. I liked it a lot. So this brand, I own 2 of their perfumes. This one is by Viktor&Rolf, and it's the Flower Bomb Nectar. And first of all, some companies make the packaging really simple, but I like how they designed this to look like a gift box with a wax seal. That was a clever design. So I'll open it now and show you. This is a gourmand scent, and you know how I think you know by now how I am with my sweets. So I definitely, when I tried it out at a department store, I fell in love with it. Most of the time I sample perfumes before I buy them, but if I really like how the design of the bottle looks, sometimes I take risks and just do an impulse buy. So this is the bottle. It's for the Flower Bomb Nectar. It has this cute little black design, kind of to mimic like a wax seal. Looks like a flower. And the perfume is like a kind of pinkish orangey tint. I like the glass they designed it in a really unique way. It's not too minimalist and it's not too modern. It kind of has like a vintage look to it, but like a modernized vintage look. So I thought it was just very elegant. So Flower Bomb Nectar is a gourmand and floral scent. The notes are black currant, bergamot, jasmine, orange flowers, patchouli oil, and vanilla. It also has living gunpowder and benzene, resinoid, orange flower, and tonka bean. When I tried it on me, it was a very, very sweet perfume. I loved it too much, and This one is mandarin, orange blossom, caramel, cedar, and guad. I'm not sure how to say that. This is a mature gourmand. It's not overbearingly sweet like some other gourmands are. So it emphasizes the caramel notes when I used it. It reminds me kind of like a warm scent mixed with like a sugary candy scent with but there's also like a slight musky scent when it's on the letdown. It's a very, very sugary candy scent, but it's done in a very like tasteful way, and it balances with like the cedar notes. So if you want to like experiment and try sweet perfumes, but you're not sure, I honestly think this is a good one to try if you want something sweet, but not like overbearingly sweet. It's more of a mature sweetness. I do like this a lot. So this perfume is Perfect by Marc Jacobs. This is the first Marc Jacobs I owned. I got to sample it before I purchased it, but what attracted me to it was the very unique bottle design. You're going to see it in a second. So I'll show you now. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but I like it. It kind of has like a kind of 80s kitschy retro cute girly vibe going for it. It's like so many things at once, but like whoever designed this, I think did a clever job. The bottle itself looks like a vase, but instead of flowers you get like this explosion of items. There's a banana, domino, shoe, you get a star, a bow. I think this is another shoe, like a glass slipper. You can see the little cat here, the cherries. I think that's a heart or an apple. I'm not sure. I have to. It's a heart. So, and little blocks here that says MJ. I like whoever came up with the contrast to the wild design up here. So if you wanna do warm florals, I think Perfect is a good one to try. So this was a total impulse buy because Anna Sui is actually not sold everywhere where I live. The department stores tend to sell more of the mainstream, like European brands. So you'll see, you know, a lot of high-end perfume. And Anna Sui is a good brand, but I had to get it online. I started to see some of her perfumes now this year more than I did like 4 or 5 years ago. So her items are like getting popular, I feel. So Cosmic Sky is very adorable. The box has like a holographic thing going for it. Like all sides of the box. I tried it once, so I didn't use it yet because I still have a lot of perfume I need to get through. But I purchased it because I fell in love with the bottle. I'll let you guys see it now. But even the packaging is adorable. I love the pastel sky theme it has. Okay, so I'm gonna open it for you. It comes with instructions on how to use it because the perfume bottle doesn't look like a regular bottle. I think this was a toilette, not a regular perfume. Now there are exceptions to what I say, but toilettes are usually lighter fragrances than perfumes, so they usually they last a little bit less than a perfume would. That was not very quiet. That's what I get holding it with one hand. But this is the perfume. It's shaped like a hot air balloon, and you can see the little nozzle down here. I thought the glass has like a type of ombre effect going for it, and it is so beautiful. So yeah, I am definitely gonna like display it when I finish it. And you can kind of see the bottom here in a Sui Cosmic Sky. So the scent for Cosmic Sky is a gourmand floral. The top notes are bergamot and pear. The middle notes are ambrette seeds, apple blossom, carrot seed, and iris. And the base note is crisp amber, crystallized sugar, and blonde woods. When I used it on me, the scent was sort of soft but sweet. It gave me the impression of like a soft sugary dessert, like something made from brown sugar. There was like a tiny hint of musk when I smelled it on my skin. And all of the flavors, like the sweet flavors, are kind of blended into each other. So it's more like a warm, sweet smell. If you want to try sweet scents but want something a little bit lighter, you can try this because it's a toilette instead of a is I don't know. Effervescent pink peppercorn with pineapple sorbet. The middle notes are rose tea, jasmine, sambac, and gardenia. The base is creamy wood, patchouli, musky notes. And on me, well, before I tried the scent, this was like a gift. So I didn't know what it smelled like. I just assumed it was going to be like a floral. But it does have like when I tried it on, it does have like a slight sweetness I smelled. And it is because it's a gourmand floral mix, but the florals are more prominent in this perfume. Well, wait a minute. I don't remember now if I read the middle notes or the base notes, did I? I did so many, I'm losing count. Wait. So the top was citrus car, effervescent pink peppercorn, and pineapple sorbet. The middle notes is rose tea, jasmine, sambac, and gardenia. The base is creamy wood, patchouli, and musky notes. So as you can see, it's kind of like an even split of floral and gourmand on the notes, but when I smelled it on me, I smelled more of the florals, a bit more, but you kind of smell like a hint of like soft sweetness when it's like on the let down. It lasted, I used it maybe once or twice, but I used it for events, and even I think I was out about 7 hours, and I still was like able to smell it when I was coming home. So it actually lasts quite a while for a floral scent, which I appreciated. So I sampled a lot of Gucci perfumes, but this was my first like full purchase from them. This one is a floral perfume from their floral line, and this one is the gorgeous Magnolia. The packaging is very botanical. Hopefully it doesn't slide out like the last one. Okay. Okay, that's good. So this is how the bottle looks. They put some of the notes in the back. I'll read it in a second. And they wanted to go for like a mature nature botanical vibe for this line. So you can just see like an assortment of flowers. This doesn't give me the impression of glass. It might be glass. It feels like a ceramic when I'm holding it. But maybe because it's painted, I'm not sure. But it feels a little heavier than some of my other perfume bottles. Very elegant. And the nozzle and the capper are gold color. So, let's see. It's a warm floral, an ambery floral, and the notes written was dewberries accord, magnolia essence, and patchouli essence. I'm not sure if it says anything else back here. Yeah, no, it says the same thing that I wrote down. sampling some because I wanted to have, like, at the time I had it in my head that I wanted some perfumes to be mostly gourmand, and then I wanted another collection of perfumes to be mostly florals, but like different types of florals because I was experimenting. So I wanted to see which ones like I liked the most and which ones like lasted on my clothes or my skin the best. And this one is a warm floral, but I like warm florals. Sometimes they can run the risk of smelling too powdery, but this one does not. The scent I smelled the most when I opened it was the magnolia. So when I sprayed it on myself, I smelled a lot of the magnolia perfume. And I don't know. It's a little refined, but not like in an overly mature way. I don't know how to describe it very well, but I do recommend the magnolia one. Sometimes when you have perfumes like this, the note that they advertise comes out like a blend of notes where everything is like mixed together, or it doesn't become like the prominent note. But for this one, I definitely smelled a lot of the magnolia when I applied it on myself. So it's a good perfume. Okay, so this is Mon Eau by the brand Lolita Lempicka. So this was an experimental purchase. I got it because a lot of people that I followed over the years, some of them recommended this brand, Lolita Lempicka, and said that this brand carried good perfume lines. So I wanted to give it a try. I did sample them before. So I already know how it smells. This is a very uniquely shaped glass. I think it's supposed to be like a heart, but the cutout in the back is just rather unique. It's not very symmetrical in the back. It's kind of unique. Well, it's slightly symmetrical, but it has different cutout designs. But from the front, it looks like it's a heart, and it has a slight purplish tint. You can kind of see. Very cute. The Mon Eau. How do you say this word? I know this one is Mon, but it's okay. This one was gourmand, fresh floral, and the top notes for the Mon Eau is raspberry leaves, blackberry, and aniseed. The middle notes were Roman chamomile, iris, and jasmine sambac, and the base notes are violet, sandalwood, and white musk. It was advertised as a fruity floral. When I applied it on my skin, it was more of a bittersweet it's not like a loss for me. I typically can handle bittersweet florals, and I can't handle sweets. I think if something is coffee flavor, I'm not too fond of those, but most of my perfumes don't have that as a note to begin with, so if you want something that's more mature and you want a mature gourmand, the Mon Eau from Lolita Lempicka is a good one to try. So this was another favorite perfume of mine from Nest. This was their white sandalwood perfume, and I no longer have the box because as you can tell from the perfume, I used it a while ago, so the box was recycled a long time ago. Their white sandalwood is very much a musky smell, and I love it. I like this type of smell. It's kind of funny though. I think it's advertised as a neutral scent because I saw some websites labeling it as a perfume for men, but other sites had it for women. And I don't particularly care. If I like a scent, I'll keep it for myself. I don't really care what it's advertised for, who it's advertised for. And as you can tell, I already used half of the bottle. So this is a little bit of a unique scent because it's neither a typical floral, and it's not one of the sweet gourmand scents that I was talking about prior, but it has something sweet in it, even though it's not primarily sweet. So the scent is woody. So for nature, outdoor lovers that like scents like that, this one is a good one. Primarily cedar wood and sandalwood. The notes listed was white sandalwood, creamy almond, white musk, mimosa, acacia blossom, I think. I mentioned the almond, exotic spices, musk, and cedar. I loved it because it has a hint of warm sweetness, but the sandalwood is the prominent note. I have been kind of rationing it out a bit because, at least in person, I haven't seen this perfume in stores in a while. So I think if I order it again, I have to go online to try to find it. So I've been using it, just not too much because I liked it too much. So the more nature outdoorsy types that like warm notes with a hint of sweetness, this is a good one, the white sandalwood. So this one I purchased because I saw a lot of content creators show pictures of their living rooms with cute pink perfumes. And after some digging around, I found out it was this brand. sometimes for special occasions. It gives me like a light, airy feel. So I do like to use it for daytime events. Very elegant. So, when I was on the lookout for sweet, gourmand scents, a lot of people recommended me another designer perfume brand, Ariana Grande. So I experimented and bought a few of her perfumes. It's kind of hard. I want to burp, but you know you have to. I don't want to burp in front of everyone. So, and my stomach at this point is telling me to eat. So, after I finish all of this, I have like, I don't know, maybe 10 more. I'm gonna get at lunch. So, I was just really excited to do this video because I wanted to show my collection and just like recommend to people like the different perfumes that I personally tried and I had like a good reaction to. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna recommend it. So this one I tried in stores. This was Ariana Grande's R.E.M. And I'll show you how it looks. I will say that her perfumes all have very unique designs with the bottles. Okay, I have to be careful of this one, it's a little heavy. So, this is our Ariana's Grande R.E.M. Looks like a magic crystal, right? Well, it kind of goes with the... I didn't show the back of the box. It kind of goes with what they're advertising here because it's kind of like a sci-fi theme they have going on. So, magic crystal bottle. It is. And it's actually removable. So if you have another perfume, like after you finish this, you can put it here, which I thought was really, really clever. So that's a really cute idea that they came up with. This is the bottle without all of this. It has a very light, I don't know, I want to say lavender. It's like light pink, light purple tint to the bottle, but I'm not sure if the actual perfume is colored or not. And then the actual bottle, it has a bit of a crystal design going for it. I think it's plastic though, I don't think it's glass. This is glass. So, for R.E.M, the scent is mostly a gourmand and a musk. The top notes are quince, or is it quincy? Quincy or quincy. I'm sorry guys, like some of these notes I don't use in like everyday discussions with people. So, like, I am going to have to go and research after I'm done with this video and figure out like what the proper pronunciations are for some of this. So quincy, we'll just say that. Fig, salted caramel, and marshmallow is the top notes. The middle notes are pear blossom and lavender blossom, and the base notes are tonka bean, white musk, and sandalwood. So I did sample it once first sprayed it, it smelled a bit like champagne, but then a few seconds afterwards it settles down really quick, and it's like a sweet, candy, musky scent. It gives me like a very homey feel, and it does smell a bit dessert-like, so gourmand lovers that like sweets, R.E.M is a good one to try. So I think we did Carolina Herrera earlier. I don't remember, or maybe not. I thought I did, but this is Carolina Herrera's Good Girl, and the packaging was very unique. But I did sample before I bought her. I bought this brand, and I'm going to take it out and show you how they designed it. So, I thought this was so pretty. This is the Good Girl, and it looks like a giant shoe. And the original Good Girl, because they have some variations, is black, and it has like glitter on the shoe. You can kind of see. So it looks like a giant stiletto. I don't remember. Hold on. So this is not removable. The spray, the nozzle is kind of treated like a spray nozzle, but not like the cap type where you push it from the top. You press this button here, and the perfume comes out from here. So I'm gonna read to you a little bit about the scent. So the scent for Good Girl is, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Remember I mentioned that there was a few variations of Good Girl. This is not the original. This is the Supreme. The Good Girl Supreme. I had to look it up there. I don't remember what the difference is at this point though, because I bought this a few months ago. So the scent for Good Girl is gourmand and fruity. The top notes are berries, the middle notes are Egyptian jasmine, and the base notes are tonka bean and vetiver. And when I applied it on myself, it smelled like berries, and it settles into something a little sweet, but it's not, but it's like a mild sweetness. It's not like overbearing. It kind of starts off when you first spray it as like a tart berry smell, and then it settles into something of a softer sweetness, but it's like not super sugary sweet. It's like a mild sweetness. So it's good for people that like fruity gourmands, but they want something just a little bit on the mature side that isn't like sugary sweet. So this was a bit of and it is Arabic perfume. And the reason I found this online, so I purchased it online. I think it says made in UAE, so United Arab Emirates. You can kind of see the logo here. So I gave this a try because a lot of perfume aficionados online said that some Middle Eastern perfumes have what's the word? Well, it has a longer duration than some European and American brands. So, like, the scent will last longer than you think because the ingredients are a little stronger. So, I wanted to see what the hype was about, so I tried one because I do like perfumes that last long, but I don't like it if the scent is extremely heavy. So I am a little picky with my perfumes. So this was my first perfume from the brand, and it wasn't bad, actually. I liked it, and it wasn't quite what I was expecting. I sort of expected, because people told me this, that there was going to be like some spices to it, and it would have like a heavy scent, but Yara did not have that at all when I tried it on. The scent was more of a sweet, powdery smell. And actually I'm going to read to you what it contained. So the top notes for Yara is tangerine, orchid, and heliotrope. The middle notes are tropical fruits and a gourmand accord, and the base notes was musk, vanilla, and sandalwood. It lasted on my clothing and skin about 6 hours, which was the average of the other brands I had. It lasted longer than that on me, but it basically lasted on me like an average perfume. And but then after that period, it kind of stays on my skin as a light skin scent, so the scent fades, but it doesn't go away completely. So it does last most of the day. There's no alcohol there's no alcohol smell when you're spraying it. When I smelled it on my skin, because everyone has different like chemistry, kinda, so for someone else it might smell a little different on them. So the most prominent notes on me when I smelled it was the musk, vanilla, and sandalwood. I didn't smell the fruit very much at all. I did smell something light and sweet, but at least on me, the most prominent was like the vanilla and musk and the sandalwood. So it was just more like a warm, sweet smell. So if you like warm, sweet scents, I recommend Yara from Lattafa. Okay, so this one is by Saint Laurent. It's the Mon Paris perfume. They kept it like with a kind of cute but elegant, simple tasted, I assumed it was going to be more floral than anything else. But the citrus floral gives it something of a youthful and like city girl appeal to it, I think. I used it like 2 times already for special occasions, and the durability of the smell of like the scent, it was like very, very long. It lasted over 6 hours for me. So that's what I meant by like strong. It's not like strong as in overbearing with this, with how it smells, but strong as in it lasts a while when you put it. It's a very unique young scent, and I really liked it. It had a very like elegant appeal. There was no powder smell to it when I tried it on. When it lets down a little bit, I smell something a little like a slight woody scent, but not like 100%. So strong florals with some citrus. Afternote is kind of like how it smells on me when I applied it. Very nice perfume. I like it. Alright guys, if you haven't gotten to sleep yet, well, try to sleep. But if you made it this far, thank you for listening to my perfume haul and my personal reviews about my perfume collection. I appreciate it, and I hope like some of the information I gave was helpful when you're trying to decide to purchase one of these perfumes, because these are like exclusively scents I bought for my personal tastes, and they're mostly like floral or fresh florals or gourmand scents. And I know that's not for everyone, but if you wanted to try any of them, at least you have maybe a better idea on what to expect. And don't forget that even though it smells like that on me, on another person, just because they have like different genetics and different bacteria or whatever, it's not gonna smell exactly 100% the same from one person to another. So even though I'm describing how it smells on me, for someone else it might smell a little bit different for like all the perfumes, and that's normal. So Sweet Like Candy. This is Ariana Grande Sweet Like Candy, and this was recommended to me because it's advertised as being a very sweet gourmand. I like how it's designed like a pink crystal, and it came with a pom-pom. It's very, very girly. Let me see. The top notes was sparkling blackberry, Italian bergamot, and pear. The middle notes were jasmine, sambac, frangipani, dewy honeysuckle, and the base was cream de cassis, marshmallow, cashmere woods, and vanilla. I don't really smell the marshmallow when I applied this. When I used it on me, it smelled something like a sour berry dessert. It's almost like a tart candy. I like it as an everyday sweet scent, so I did use like maybe half of the bottle, but you can't really see that. So I like it as an everyday perfume. When I wear it out, it lasted most of the day. So we're nearing the end, guys. We are nearing the end. So bluish tint to it. It's a gourmand, but it's like a citrus gourmand with some like woody and floral background scents. I'll read the notes to you guys. So the top notes are Sicilian lemon, red orange, and jasmine. The middle notes are cherry and heliotrope. And the bottom is a cedarwood, crystal musk, and a soft musk. So I tried it about 2 times already. When I tried it, it was a strong, well, a long-lasting, mild scent that lasted about 6 hours on me. It is mostly a gourmand. When I applied it, it was mostly citrus and a little sweet. So, and it reminded me kind of like a lemonade with a slightly sour cherry, a hint to it. The cherry note for this one is more of a sour cherry, not a sweet cherry. But it gives like a good summertime appeal. It's a good summer perfume. And I like how elegant it looks. You can kind of see I did use it like two times already. So it's one of those where I am gonna try to ration it out because it was a little expensive to get. and I like it, so I don't want to use it for like everyday things. But you can if you want. So this is probably one of the most unique perfumes in my collection. I tried it actually many years ago when someone gifted me a sample size on my birthday, and I really liked it. So about a few months ago, I want to say, I purchased like the full-sized bottle. So the brand is Juliet Has a Gun. Not a perfume. Not a perfume is complicated. It is a perfume, but also it isn't in a weird way, because you can use it to kind of like mix with other perfumes if you want to bring out the scent in other perfumes, like a little more stronger. And I've seen some people using not a perfume both ways. Some people use it just by itself, and some use it kind of like as an add-on to other perfumes they own, just to like mix the scent and make it a little different. But Juliet Has a Gun is a brand known for doing like 1 or 2 note perfumes. So their philosophy on how to do nice scents is very unique. So this is like a spongy styrofoam cover, I think. I think it's styrofoam. And this is the perfume. It's painted glass. And the reason it looks a little wet, it's not wet. They have like a white design on it, on top of the paint. So, I'll show you. I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick up on it very well, but we'll try. It looks like a little like little spirals with spades on them. They're all over the bottle. It might be a little easier to see if this was like one of their darker colored perfumes, because they had some in like black and red bottles. So I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but there's like little spirals works really nice. It works really nice just as is, and I do use it to mix with some other perfumes on occasion, and it works well when you're trying to use like 2 perfumes or you just want to use it by itself. Both ways it works wonderful. So like, I mean, I'm not sure if it can be used to like amplify every single perfume. Sometimes if you mix perfumes, it changes the chemistry too much, but for at least some of the ones I own, it helped like amplify the scent and make it like last a little longer. When I use it on me, on my skin, when it settles down, it's a bit of a light, fresh scent with a very small hint of musk. I do like it a lot, and I use it moderately. I don't use it every day, but I have used it quite a few times since I purchased it a few months ago. So if you want to try more experimental scents, give Juliet Has a Gun a try. Okay, so this is Moonlight by Ariana Grande. I do like how some of the perfumes that was put out under her line have like a galaxy outer space theme going on. So the box has a little bit of holographic coloring on the words. And I'm just gonna show you. It's the design is actually really similar to the Sweet Like Candy. I sampled it. I sampled Moonlight, but I haven't used it yet. Ta-da! See, almost identical in design, but this is more translucent, and it's like a very light lavender. It gives a bit of a holographic effect, and more lavender cap and lavender pom-pom. So, for Moonlight is a floral gourmand. The top notes are rich black currant, juicy plum. The middle notes are fluffy marshmallow and fresh peony. And the base is creamy sandalwood, black amber, and sensual vanilla. Moonlight has a big mixture of notes, but when I used it on me, it gave the first notes I smelled were the floral notes, and then it kind of smelled a little bit like a herbal musky scent on me, and then there was like a tiny hint of sweetness, but not too much. It's a nice daily wear scent, so I was gonna, once I finished my prior collection, I was planning on using this as an everyday perfume. smell like an artificial sweet. It smells like actual sweet fruit. Actual sweet fruit when I sprayed it. I don't smell any popcorn, so I'm not sure what popcorn accord is as far as scents go, but I didn't smell that. And yes, that was my stomach growling because I have to go eat soon. This, I did try to experiment and try to spray it on with other perfumes. I actually don't recommend this. This is, in my personal experience, this perfume works best as a standalone perfume. It doesn't work so well when you're mixing it with 2 or 3 other perfumes. It lasts a long time as far as durability goes, and it's a moderate scent, so it's not extremely heavy. I used it, and it lasted over 6 to 7 hours on me, so it did last a long time. I am using it for occasions, and I love how it smells so much. So going forward, I am actually going to look out for more nectar. Oh, wait. Deja vu. Now I remember. I think one of the Viktor&Rolf perfumes I got was also a nectar perfume. That's why I vaguely remember doing a